Say the King of New York is back tomorrow, April 15th. Listen, you know I don't address nothing. I'm never going to address nothing. Y'all believe what y'all want to believe. That's a half a
After making a significant error recently, 6ix9ine, also known as Tekashi 6ix9ine, seems to have ended his career. He was stopped by the police on his way home, apparently after recording new songs. He would regrettably be arrested in the middle of the road as a result of this. Given that it was all connected to a traffic warrant, a subject that would ultimately result in his arrest. The episode was startling. Now, the rapper's predicament simply got worse, as if the arrest wasn't already terrible enough. His cherished luxury cars, valued at millions of dollars, were being pulled out of his parking lot while he sat in the holding cell awaiting his release. The fact that the authorities confiscated 6ix9INE's prized $2 million automobile was one of the most distressing things for him. This made matters worse, and he was left to deal with the fallout from both the arrest and the loss of some of his most valuable belongings. A rather bleak image of 6ix9INE's future is painted by the whole circumstance. This latest era might be the pivotal moment in his career, which has been filled with highs and lows. 6ix9INE's music career was already in jeopardy due to his provocative behavior and outspoken nature. Fans and detractors are wondering if he will ever reclaim his former prominence after this most recent event may have just pushed it over the line. All of this happened in the space of a single glance. 6ix9ine was reportedly recording new songs at one point, which appeared to portend more successes in the future. The following, he was imprisoned, his luxury automobiles seized, his freedom curtailed, and his reputation in grave danger. The rapper may be on the verge of a major collapse as the result of the arrest and the loss of his cars. Given that his career in music and public life is at stake, it is obvious that the circumstances surrounding this episode are anything but routine. Fans who have kept a close eye on 6ix9INE's career are left wondering what the musician will do next. Is this the end of his time in the spotlight, or will he be able to recover from this grave error? Given the arrest's public nature and the impact it would have on his reputation, many are wondering if the rapper can bounce back from this setback. This goes beyond a famous person getting into trouble. This is the story of a musician who was once at the top of their game and saw everything fall apart in a matter of seconds. The loss of his pricey automobiles and the arrest are a huge setback. Now, 6ix9ine must cope with the harm to his career and reputation in addition to the legal ramifications. Although his followers continue to watch, it's uncertain if he will be able to win back their confidence or if his career is indeed ended. Controversy is a common occurrence in the music and celebrity industries, but in this case, the harm may be too great to repair. The fact that his fancy automobiles were dragged away serves as a reminder of how swiftly things can change, since they were a representation of his success and fortune. This terrible era may mark the end of 6ix9ine.
The biggest in the city. This is a commercial right here. Priority Towing, the biggest in the city. Gotcha.
Flag him, man.
6ix9ine's career, forcing him to consider what went wrong and how he got to this position. Ultimately, 6ix9INE's predicament serves as a sobering reminder of the repercussions of one's conduct and the speed at which a celebrity's wealth and renown may evaporate. What was once a successful and contentious career might now be boiled down to a warning. The feds are raiding 5 million mansions all at once. Hey 6ix9ine, come get your __son. LBO has a repo. Hey, I can claim I own a Dr. 69 automobile. I have you. Hold on. I have you, my boy 6. Get your priorities. Priority Tour is the largest in the city, music, and this commercial is focused on them. 6ix9ine owes more than $22, according to a recent IRS statement that was sent to the FL Guy D-Man. $4 million. This is the complete opposite from 2017 when he originally signed his breakthrough record deal for $75 million, but this left fans even commenting 6ix9ine was undefeated in 2017. Everything he released became an instant hit and no one can deny it, but after 6ix9ine ratted in his case involving Nin Try, his music career would take a massive nosedive. This was before being revived again with his hit song Gua fresh out of jail. However, it was this moment after the song's release where the feds would begin pocket watching. 6ix9ine, whose real name is Tekashi 6ix9ine, has never concealed his extravagant lifestyle and fortune. He would frequently brag about his pricey automobiles, jewels, and watches. "I don't give my old jewelry back to get new jewelry," was one of his most well-known statements.
And nobody got this watch. Well, I think like 2 people got it, but if you don't got this watch, we can't beef. Me and you are not in the same bracket at all. If you don't got this watch,
$500,000 is this amount. My teeth are dazzling with diamonds. Nobody else has this watch. Well, maybe 2 people, but we can't fight if you don't have it. I am not in the same bracket as you. He would keep flaunting his jewels, fancy automobiles, and extravagant lifestyle in front of millions of people, saying things like, "I broke YouTube. In an hour, I received 5 million views. Not even 100,000 views will do for you guys. No meat is present. I am the monarch." 6ix9ine took pleasure in showing off his accomplishments for a while. He frequently flaunted his watches, diamond necklaces, and anything else he could afford with his wealth and notoriety. He was a contentious but indisputable presence in the music business because of his self-assurance and brazen demeanor. He distinguished himself from other players in the game by believing that he was in a different league. He would claim that no one could match him since, in his opinion, they were not as wealthy or well-known. However, things have drastically changed. Now up for sale are the exact watches, chains, and other goods that once represented 6ix9ine's prosperity and success. The highest bidder is now the buyer of what was previously the apex of his ostentatious, affluent existence. The IRS has declared that a significant amount of 6ix9ine's jewelry, including the pricey items he used to proudly display, will go up for sale. Not only are his cherished watches and chains up for sale, but also his designer goods and music plaques. Once emblems of his prosperity, these objects are now being auctioned to settle his debts. Compared to where he was a short while ago, this is a significant change. Once characterized by notoriety, wealth, and controversy, 6ix9ine's narrative has now taken a far worse turn. In a glaring indication of his financial difficulties, the IRS is now auctioning off the jewelry he used to boast about, telling everyone how much it cost and how no one else could match it. Once a symbol of his prosperity, it now serves as a reminder of how swiftly circumstances can shift in the realm of celebrity and fortune. His decline in popularity is reflected in the sale of his belongings. The rapper's financial troubles have prompted the IRS to step in, which is a difficult reality for someone who previously appeared invincible. Even the most wealthy people can experience financial catastrophe, as evidenced by the sale of his expensive jewels and luxury goods in an attempt to pay off his obligations. Controversy and eye-catching occurrences abound throughout 6ix9ine's ascent to prominence. He gained a lot of enemies as a result of his brazen demeanor and readiness to cause controversy, which also helped him rise to the top of the music industry. His image as a divisive person was influenced by his prior deeds, his engagement with the law, and his determination to back down from disputes. He spent his whole life in the spotlight, always flaunting his accomplishments and making sure everyone knew it. However, his abrupt transition from celebrity and fortune to having his belongings put up for sale serves as a sobering warning that things may change drastically. Fans who used to appreciate his extravagant lifestyle may find it difficult to accept. What used to be a sign of achievement is now a sign of failure. As part of his financial...
Tomorrow, April 15th, listen, you know I don't address nothing. I'm never gonna address nothing. Y'all believe what y'all wanna believe. That's a half a ticket right there. You got one house right here.
Collapse, the jewels, vehicles, and expensive items that formerly served as the focal point of his flexing are now being seized and auctioned. An important turning point in 6ix9ine's life, this auction demonstrates how far he has fallen from his former brilliance. Both fans and critics will have the opportunity to bid on artifacts that were previously a significant component of 6ix9ine's persona once the auction goes live. Now for sale are the expensive timepieces, diamond necklaces, and other luxury items that he formerly used to identify himself. The fact that what was previously utilized to show off his wealth is now being sold to settle his obligations is almost poetic. Those who once seen him boast about his accomplishments are aware of the irony. A clear reminder of how easily things can go bad for a prominent figure is the sale of 6ix9ine's belongings. No amount of pricey jewelry or fancy automobiles can keep someone out of financial trouble, and fame and wealth can come and go. For 6ix9ine, this auction signifies the end of a time when he was at the peak of his game and flaunted his accomplishments for everyone to see. 6ix9ine's former bluster and ostentatious lifestyle are now commodities that will be sold to the highest bidder when his belongings are put up for auction. Now, the issue is if his career has really reached a standstill or if he can overcome this setback. His rise and fall in the music and celebrity worlds may come to an end with the sale of his jewels and other possessions. For 6ix9ine, it serves as a sobering reminder of how swiftly things can change, and it serves as a warning to anybody who thinks that success and fortune are permanent. Bags in March as the jewelry pieces held by 6ix9ine including as the diamond, are shown on the official IRS auction portal. It gets much worse from here, but if you scroll down any further, you'll see that 69 music plaques are also up for auction, with the opening price for Bruce the Shark being $63,000 and even his well-known water park chain being listed for $36,000 at the outset. It gives you a clear picture of how much money this individual actually owes, along with some bizarre information about the 69 most valued items he has. We're talking about some of his most iconic chains, including his famous grills, which are currently only going for $1,900. The jigsaw chain and the spinner shark chain are pricey, but we also have some of his bags and all of his plaques for sale. Call me crazy, but some of these prices aren't that bad, like the $1,200 price tag for a 10-carat white gold grill, which is estimated to be worth between $3,000 and $5,000. I mean, with this becoming viral, if you're into that flip life, it may be for you. Online 6IX9INE would then reply on his Instagram, writing, "I was stuck in road for 8 months a year ago. The feds made a raid for the entire house because I did not report my income for 4 years. For them, it was seen how I was running and hiding in the Dominican Republic, but the reality is I could not leave and get back into the United States." 2 videos that the IRS themselves posted online would then explain why they were beginning to look into AI 69. The first video is footage from a bank vault. Of 69 had more than $1 million in US currency stored in a bank vault with many levels in the safe, moreover demonstrating jewelry made of diamonds, music. Then, in the well-known video, 69 first enters the Dominican Republic at his brand new mansion, where he orders the delivery of all his supercars. There, he flexes in front of 500,000 people and several Richard Mille watches. The King of New York returns tomorrow, April 15th. So listen, I don't address anything. I'm never going to address anything, y'all. You have 1 home here, 2 houses here, and 3 houses here, and that's half a ticket. If you believe what you want to think. You sense me? There are 4 houses here, 5 houses here, and perhaps 2 houses there. The record labels he signed with would then submit their own forms to the IRS demonstrating who they just sent $10 million to, as they are deducting it from their own tax end, making $69 an easy target for the IRS. Instead of doing the conventional 4 to 5 year music deal, 6IX9INE would do it by each album. Rappers often overlook the fact that social media is also a digital footprint, as demonstrated by Lil Durk, who recently finished a song. Watch the news and see your son yelling no as he slammed Quando Rondo for yelling when his best friend was killed by Durk's own thugs. The man in the car was terrified by the scene, but 6IX9INE knew it was all coming, which is why he has been keeping quiet for the past 4 years. He also sniffs net on rappers without you even realizing when he's trying to maintain his music career. In 2021, he would ridicule King Vau's death. This resulted in 600 Breezy informing him that he would be dealt with on an Instagram Live, after which he was arrested. When the Iowa Department of Corrections states a violation February 22nd to 21st, correct? What did that say, bro? It said 669. You are aware of how much time they attempted to give me. You're going to jail? I was jailed for S. Come on, buddy, this is true. I can't make this up. The situation between Tekashi 6ix9ine and rapper 42 Dugg has been filled with tension, drama, and a lot of back and forth. Let me break it down for you. Breezy, a close associate, recently shared some official paperwork from the county jail that sheds light on the whole issue. The documents revealed that 6ix9ine and snitching played a big role in Breezy's time in jail. In the paperwork, it states that Breezy posted a video claiming he was planning to go after 6ix9ine, and in that video, he showed a firearm, which led to a serious investigation and a long period of time for authorities to look into the situation. What's interesting is that 42 Dugg was also caught in a similar situation, tangled up in the mess with 6ix9ine. The ongoing back and forth between 42 Dugg and 6ix9ine only made matters worse, and it caught the attention of the feds. It's clear that the government took this seriously and began escalating their pursuit of 42 Dugg, which made the entire situation more intense. What started as a feud between 2 artists quickly turned into something bigger. Just one example of how quickly things can escalate in the world of hip-hop. What started as a simple social media back and forth has turned into something much larger, involving the feds and the lives of other rappers who have been caught in the crossfire. The conflict between these two is just a small part of the bigger picture, where issues like loyalty, reputation, and the fear of being labeled a snitch continue to haunt those in the industry. For 6ix9ine, the consequences of his actions are far from over, and for 42 Dugg, the battle isn't just about music anymore, it's about survival in an industry where trust and loyalty are everything. Having lost his entire career, however, This led to his new, sad reality. He would also be concealing something from the public until it was revealed today that 6IX9INE was sued for $11 million in a 2018 robbery that he was involved in. The robbery started in 2018 when members of NIN TR and Disha 6IX9INE spied out and followed two people, Kevin Dwa and Siwanza, who were robbed by NIN Tree members using firearms. 6IX9INE's job was to record the entire event from a nearby SUV. Ironically, fans were recording 6IX9INE from across the street while 6IX9INE was filming the robbery. This almost seems like karma for all the rappers that 6IX9INE is snitching on, because in the civil lawsuit, they would use the footage to convict him. 6IX9INE would then have his chance to tell his story, and he and his lawyer would walk up and admit in court that he's completely broke. The documents included the following: my current income supports myself, my 2 children, their mother, my brother, and my accountant Justin. I am currently struggling to make ends meet, and I am unsure if I will ever command the kind of advances I was paid prior to my arrest and career stalling, which confirms that 6IX9INE laid low when snitching on 600 Breezy and 42 Doug because he did not want his music career to be completely destroyed. I rely on my accountant to provide this court with accurate information under a separate declaration submitted along with the pre-inquest submissions. All of my family members who depend on me will suffer, and the damages demanded by the plaintiffs at the inquest would undoubtedly bankrupt me in a way from which I can never recover. Daniel Hernandez, popularly referred to as Tekashi. In addition to providing the judge with a payment schedule that details his income, the 6IX9INE side note would state that Justin the Gummo rapper's net worth is technically less than zero, indicating that 6IX9INE is completely broke. Works 6IX9INE would only sign record contract advances, thus he was really only looking to make money when he signed each agreement. Upfront payment, and didn't care about paying a little less upfront to maintain some royalties from his music coming in each month, which would be passive good income. But he didn't want it to get that bad. It even got so bad that 6IX9INE was seen on a Spirit Airlines flight in economy, wearing a famous SHYY mask. The fan on the flight would share the $80 economy seats, and he was traveling with his girlfriend. But if you're richer than 6IX9INE, you'll like the video.